this is Crystal, and this is for Lab 1 DC motors and conveyor control. And the purpose of the lab is to set up the conveyor system and control it with the DC driver, which would be the Sabertooth 2x60. And there is the website where I got my information about it. And what I'm doing is to be able to put any surface feet per minute that I want for the conveyor. And to do that, I first turn on my power. No, I don't turn it on first, but I would wire it. So we have the negative and the positive there, and we'll connect it to B minus and B plus. And once we do that, we can connect the motor, which is this, by connecting it to M1A and M1B. And the reason we don't put it here, this one here, is because we only have one motor. So next we have the Arduino, and here we have the ground pin, the 5 volts, the S1 and S2, and basically without the TX pin that's right there connected from S1, we wouldn't be able to give directions to the motor drive, so the DC drive. So that's why we have it plugged in. And there's the ground pin with the 5 volts also. And so here I have the conveyor. Once we start to get into coding, I went to this website and I searched for libraries for Arduino from this website, and I installed this, but then I had to reinstall my Arduino IDE because it gave me an error pop-up. But once I reinstalled Arduino, I was able to do it, so I installed the installer for Windows again. And then I went here, Sabertooth Simplified Serial, and here it says the wiring and stuff. And then here's the examples, and I pressed this one, and then I copy and pasted this, and here's where we get our first part, 127. I think that's what the Arduino supports. And then we go here, we copy and pasted that, and then I made what's it called? I made my variable float variable, because the float variable can count decimals and normal integers can't. So I made my variable name x and set it to be equal to 0. And then down here, I made all these parts comments, and I only left this part here. So then we put x in our equation would be 127 divided by 35, which is, I believe, the max speed of the belt, or I think the power supply. And then we times that by 15 of what we want our surface feet speed to be. But since our conveyor belt is not working great right now, it kind of stutters and delays. So to counter that, I put a offset, and I divided it I divided it by 0.832, and the bigger the number, the slower the conveyor belt gets, and the smaller the number, the quicker it gets. So if I were to divide it by 0.25, it would go really quickly. So I'm not doing that. And yeah, I put the x here, so we don't have to put our whole equation here, just x. And then we like turn it on, and I'm going to upload it. And now we're gonna use our tachometer to see the surface feet per minute. So here I have it, and basically what I want is to make it show 15.15 eventually. And what I'm doing is I'm trying to keep my hand steady, but that's a little impossible since our hands kind of like jitter a little bit. So I got like 15.1 most of the time, so that's good. And then we see that it's if we put this here, we see that the marker is going that way. So if I wanted it to go this way, I would have to change the 15 to be negative, and hopefully this works. So we got that. We can tell that it's moving the opposite way because we put the marker here and it'll go here. So we'll check again if the speed is more or less 15. It's more like 16, but I'm not sure if that's because our number is negative now or not, but it's still like around the 15 range. I could also adjust it, but I don't think it's a good idea. So yeah, that's all I have. Also have this 24 volts, and the amps is like 3 or 4 amps, and it increases the faster you go and decreases as the slower you go. So I think that's it. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.